Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Season 2 of Genndy Tartakovsky's Primal. And this is an Adult Swim animated series that focuses on a caveman and a dinosaur as they bond over tragedy and work together to survive a perilous world that in this season really expands. Because at the end of the first season you have our caveman Spear, who meets a woman and connects with a woman, and then she's kidnapped by Vikings. And you're like, what? And right off from that second, you realize the world that this show takes place in is so much broader than you expected. And they really explore that in this season. There's a lot of Viking and like Norse kind of influences and characters. Giant bears and all kinds like flying eagles and stuff like that, and all kinds of cool stuff. There's still the action, the intensity, and the just straight up gore here that you would expect from Primal, because this show is not for kids. Tartakovsky is really diving into this creative and intense world, and it still lives so well in the silences. The first episode of this season, which is mostly just Spear and his friend, his dinosaur, just floating on a raft across the ocean. And it lives in that silence. It appreciates that silence. But this show then really expands into other cultures. The last two episodes really take you into a whole other kind of like Egyptian, like Middle Eastern kind of idea too. And there's even like an offshoot episode that feels like straight up out of like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, that Victorian era kind of intensity. That was the episode Primal Theory, which felt like a night of horrors reveals the true nature of man's origins, and it's just like, where'd this come from? And it's intense, it's crazy, but this season, it's such a strikingly beautiful show. It takes you to all kinds of crazy places. It is a bit over the place. I feel like this season is taking bolder approaches to things, so it's a little less cohesive. But that's okay, because you're so engaged and intrigued by how crazy this show gets. And, you know, Spear and Fang are great characters to follow along with, and Mira. And I love this show, and I hope they just keep pumping out seasons of this and taking you to all new crazy worlds and awesome, exciting adventures. Genndy really found something special here, and hopefully they keep creating with all this wonderful content that, because, you know, Samurai Jack was so awesome too, and this feels like a great follow-up to that, but even more mature, even more intense, and something exciting to watch in like pint-sized 22-minute bursts, 25-minute bursts. So, if you haven't seen Primal, and let's be warned, there's a lot of violence in this, and it's very intense. A lot of action, a lot of excitement. So if that excites you, hearing that, go check this one out. But those are my thoughts on Season 2 of Primal. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.